What's going on, everyone? Dwayne here from NorCal Nerf Club, and today I finally do get to bust open my Orbit rifle and put in a 10 kilogram spring that I got from AK Blaster Mods for this. Now, I've already been in one of these and knew that it couldn't take K26 or K25. And matter of fact, I started that video and got in there and seen what it had to take, and that was it. And had to wrap that whole little project up, order a different spring from AK Blaster Mods, and I got it in a couple of days ago, and I'm ready to put this in and see if we get a little bit of an improvement out of the performance of this Orbit rifle. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take all of the screws out here and get this shell open, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so there we are. We've got the shell all open, all the screws are out, and I can tell you that all of the screws are the same size except for the two up here by the target reticle and the one little one right here for the slider piece right there. That's it. Those are a little bit smaller ones. Oh, and I did have one. I'm always careful about this. I'm always looking at this one, especially with new blasters. I did have a pretty defective screw in there. That one was difficult to get out. Sometimes, you know, at the factory, they get a little crazy with their screwdriver, and this one was totally pretty much stripped out. That one was difficult to get out, but I got it out of there, and I'll be replacing it with a much better screw. But this is it. Here's the internals of this. Now, I wanted to be really careful on this because before I'd taken one of these apart and had a real hard time getting it back together. So I put the safety on here. I noticed this little arm piece is where I want it at now, and I want everything to pretty much stay in place here while I take this out. Go ahead, just very, very carefully remove it. It comes out pretty easy. Everything's pretty nice and simple, straightforward here. I can just lean that up and pull that out, and there we go. Got our spring, plunger rod, very, very strong plunger rod, big plunger head that we're going to be padding here also. But yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and get this, get the spring off of here, right up on the top of the plunger head. And those appear to be the same size. Yep, they're the same size as the other ones. Same thing. Let's go ahead and, oh, we can get off there. Oh, well, good. Well, I thought there was another one. Nope, simple as that. There it goes, that comes off, and then we can take the spring off. Now, getting to this spring, yeah, what I've got here, this is, like I said, I ordered it from AK Blaster Mods, 10 kilogram for the Orbit, and this spring seems real nice. It's, like I said, it's only a 10 kilogram. Now, I have heard since then, of course, you can put, I believe a 14 kilogram long shot spring would go in here. And I've got one, but I don't necessarily want to go that far. I know this can take it. This platform is pretty powerful. As you can see, everything's pretty big on it. You know, everything is really nicely made. So, yeah, it shouldn't be a big issue getting, you know, a big spring in there. My thing is, though, is I don't really want it to, you know, get much more than 140, 150. I think a sweet spot for Rival is really right around 125 to 135. So we're going to see what kind of performance we get in this. The first Orbit rather that I did the review on, we got an average of 99 feet per second. This one, when I was testing it just a little while ago, got an average of 101. So yeah, really good, you know, nice numbers for stock and everything, but I wanted to check that out, the difference of these springs. That is a good bit stronger spring. So this is going to have some nice results. We're going to see. I would like to get it at least 120. So yeah, real good spring and everything. That's nice. That stock spring isn't weak. This one's a good bit stronger. Yeah, very nice. So I'm thinking we can get a nice improvement out of this. Okay, so we'll go ahead and just slip that right back on there. Snap this right back into place. There we go. And take that little screw we just took out. We'll put it right back in there. It was in real nice and easy. They did give me a little bit of lube here too, so we are gonna really nicely lube up this plunger tube and everything. Yeah, we'll get a great lube going on this, and I'm gonna pad the plunger head too. I've got some pads over here. Let's go ahead and take care of that, and then we'll get everything lubed up, put back in there, and see what the results are. These pads are great, and these are the ones like I always talk about. I just get from Dollar General. I like the felt ones a lot. Seem to always do really well. There we go. That's got a nice amount of sticky on the back of it. Don't need any other extra glue or anything like that. These will stick in place and they will stay there. No worries there. Haven't had any come loose on me yet. There we go. That really nicely fills in that space right there at the end of the plunger head. Really good. Okay. And I got some white lithium grease over here, but I think I'm going to go ahead and try the silicone lubricant that they sent along with this package. Let's do that. A little bit of the fuzzies are going on that felt pad. I guess you kind of try to get rid of those little extra threads and whatnot that's on there, and then never have to worry about it. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some of that gel on there. I'll smooth it out here in a second. I like using the liberal amount. I don't get shy with the lubricant. As long as it doesn't, you know, as long as you're not getting too sloppy with it and it's getting all over other parts where you really don't want it, absolutely fine. Because I want to get a really good, tight, nice seal on this one. So we'll get that there. Then I'm even going to go ahead and brush some around in the inside of the plunger tube here. There we go. First maybe 1.5 inches, couple inches. We'll get that all nice and lubed up, and then that'll work its way in there too. That should be good. That's quite a bit. Not a ton, but quite a bit. And there we go. This is ready to go right back into place. Just go ahead and slide that right back in. I need to get that spring. We need to get the plunger tube, of course, to seat up in there, just exactly how it was. And then also need to get the spring to rest in right where it needs to be. And this, the little jam door just kind of sits in place. You can take that off for now, and then I have to, of course, put that back in. Make sure that I'm getting right exactly where I need to be. That has to fit in exactly right there. It goes. That's like I like the design and how they did that. Kind of very straightforward about where the end of the plunger tube goes, and hopefully we're making a real nice seal down there, and I can get this right over top. There we go. Very, very nice. Okay. And I want to spring that back up so it's sitting like it was before. Right there. That's what gave me problems earlier, before, when I opened one of these up. Didn't have it, wouldn't quite get it to seat and stay up there. So it gave me some problems when I put it back together. It wouldn't prime backwards. So hopefully that's all in the right places. I did put the safety on, so none of that trigger mechanism stuff moves. Spring, nothing like that's going anywhere. But there we go. The spring is in there. I kind of like on these, like to get it so it's all tucked in there. I might try that again. Yeah, let's do that again, because I'd like to have the spring. There we go. Kind of twist it around so it's all the way in there, if that makes sense, right? Like all of it, even the end of the squared end, goes all the way into this, into the inner part here of, I'm going to squeeze it back in there again. That's the hard part. Okay. Need to get it get right past. See, that is going to be a stronger spring. I'm liking the pre-compression that I'm getting here. Actually appreciating the fact that it's a little bit of a hassle to get. There we go. But when it seats right in place. Very, very straightforward. And once again, I want to get that piece, get this all back up in line, and that's staying put. Oop. And that'll tell me if I'm lined up here correctly too. Oop. Not quite getting that to stay where I want it to. There. Okay, now it stays put long enough for me to put the shell back on. We've got the spring and everything all in there, okay? This part we're gonna need to, I can see this catch is gonna have to go back down into place there. This one you're gonna want definitely lined up. The other side here with that spring going straight up. And I think, yeah, we're seated in there. That's all good. All looking very good here. Give me another good look in the internals of this blaster. Overall, I think I really do like this blaster. I really enjoy it. The weird thing is about it, I showed in the other video, the fact that it really can't take like just the normal rival rounds. It really doesn't like very much. I've had problems with those, the Adventure Force rounds, headshot rounds. The ones that work the best are the Chaos rounds and Proton rounds work the best in this. So we're gonna see though, we're gonna test it out, see if we made any bit of difference in here. I'm not sure we did because I really can't explain what the difference is between two different types of rival ammo. That one works extremely well out of this blaster and other ones just roll out of the barrel. They really don't fire out of here, including just normal rival, yellow rival rounds just don't work too well in this blaster. But let's get that lined up. Make sure we're where we need to be, everything. Oh, I left some of the screws in there. One of them just popped out on me. That's okay. There we go. Shell all back together where it needs to be. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Everything going together right where it needs to be. Oh, need to get that. There we go. That's what stopped me. See, that jam door just kind of sits on top there, and you got to place it over there and kind of push it into place, get everything snapped back together. But that was, like I said, fairly straightforward and pretty easy to do. But let's get this all buttoned up and see what the results are. I'll be right back. Well, there we are. It's all put back together. Went back together very, very smoothly. The only concern that I have is that D-prime over here is not in the place that it needs to stay in, okay? And this is the moment of truth right here. I'm so happy. I'm not kidding. The first one of these I opened up, it took a while to figure that out, how that D-prime lock had to sit in there, because any of the pictures I'd actually seen of this have it in the wrong place. So it's kind of a bit of misinformation there. But let's go ahead and load up. Let's just do 6, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll get a good average over here on the chronograph. Looks like everything's gonna load up there real nicely. Actually, I'm gonna probably have to, did I get around for, oh no, I'm probably gonna have to go ahead and dry fire it the first time. I hate to do that. Forgot I left the safety on. But yeah, fires anyways, but there we go. Still priming very smooth. A little stiffer prime, which of course I want to see. I want a little power out of this thing. This 101.3 average that this said earlier, now I'm telling you, that's pretty good stock numbers. It's real good. You know, it was hitting, I've seen this thing hit 106, 108, right around there. But let's go ahead and see now with the 10 kilogram spring, what kind of an improvement that we have made here. Get this all nice and lined up. 110.8, like to see a little bit more out of it, but we'll see here. 104.3, that's the same as stock, really. 109.5, not quite where I want to see this. 109.2, a little edge on it. 99.6, I think I hit the inside with that one. And the last shot here, 96.1. Not exactly the numbers I was looking for there. Got an average of 104.9, so this one started off at 101.3, and I'm ending up at an average of 104.9. We did have that max there of 110.8. Yeah, and that was on the first shot. 110.8, 104.3, 109.5, 109.2, 99.7, and 96.1. Yeah, not really overwhelming numbers. I do like the way that it feels and everything now. I like to do a little bit of range testing with it. That's fine, but now it makes me real tempted to go over to and go and maybe take this spring out and put a 14 kilogram long shot spring in it. I have one, but that's going for a long shot project that you'll see some of on here very, very soon. But yeah, that's nothing real great there. It was only a few dollars for the 10 kilogram spring, and I'll leave the link for it down below for AK Blaster Mod so that you can pick one of these up and do it on your own if you think that's enough of an improvement. I think it's pretty good. It still feels pretty good, but like I even said when I was opening up that spring, I just kind of felt like it's not that much of a bigger deal than the stock spring in it. So yeah, so I was a little conspicuous of what kind of numbers that we get off the 10 kilogram spring. Not bad, really easy installation. Like I said, I want to try and experiment, and we'll put a little bit stronger spring in this because this is a really nice blaster, and I really enjoy it. But I'd like to see it a little bit higher than that. I'd like to see it right there in the 120s and 130s, somewhere around there. But anyways, I enjoyed making this video for you guys. I hope you can maybe take a second, go on down there and give me a thumbs up on this video. Very much appreciated. You guys take care, and I'll see you in my next one.